Hello, welcome, one and all. It is time for some baseball, some postseason baseball, if you will. Today we've got, as you can see from the names here on the scoreboard, we've got the Royals taking on the Orioles, the Kansas City Royals taking on the Baltimore Orioles. We've got a few minutes until first pitch, so before that all happens, I'm going to... Let's go over some of the teams. Some of the history for these teams are... Wait until this ad comes in. I'm getting so good at timing when the ads pop up. I swear. Oh, I forgot to put group for browsers scene in here for the funny people that may join me. Shit. OBS is being fucky with me. Oh, it's just playing all the stuff in order. I didn't realize. Whoops. You fool! You're bamboozled and Speckledorf. But yeah. The Kansas City Royals, they've been a pretty good team throughout the entire year. Kind of fell off throughout the rest of, throughout September. Except for Bobby Witt Jr. But overall, pretty good year from them, I'd say. And then you got the Orioles, who were contending for their division throughout most of the year, up until September again, where they kind of fell off. So both teams kind of fell off during last month, which was the last month of the regular season, but, you know, both teams could prove themselves in this one, in this matchup. We're right now during commercial break, but let me know, how are you guys doing today? How are you all feeling? How are we feeling about the it finally being October? It's not only is it postseason baseball has arrived, but also Halloween is coming soon. It is very quickly approaching. As I I'm not gonna do a quote tweet. Well, this song already played. Alright, we're about to get started. The Royals lineup right now is Michael Massey, Vinny Pasquantino in the DH spot, Bobby Witt Jr. shortstop, Massey at second, Salvador Perez at catcher, Yuli Gurriel at first base, MJ Melendez at left field, Tommy Pham at right field, Kyle Isbell at center field, and Michael Garcia batting ninth at third base. And then pitching for the Orioles right now is Corbin Burns, who currently has 15 wins, a 2.92 ERA, 22 quality starts, and has pitched in 194 and a third innings throughout the regular season. As I turn off the music here because we were about to hit first pitch. Here's first pitch, and it's in for strike one. Meanwhile, the Tigers are up 3-0 against the Astros right now in the top of the sixth with a man at first and one out. As that ball is hit into left field, and it's a base hit. Royals starting off strong with a base hit to shallow left field. Was put in a good enough spot to where nobody would be able to get that. You might call it a bloop single, but it was hit a little... I believe it was hit a little too hard to be a bloop single, but that's just me. Now up to the plate is Bobby Witt Jr. He's basically been the Royals organization this year. He's been fantastic so far, and he's really come into his own this postseason. As of currently, there's not been a home run in the postseason so far, despite the fact that it's 3-0 over in Houston. Bobby Witt could very easily get the first one, as that one is in for a strike. Count is now 0-2. Burns not letting that first hit get to him, it seems. As I adjust my mic and you guys hear it creak and shriek. And he throws it over to first to Massey, but he's not going. So that's one of his two throws to first that he has. As he lines himself up to pitch. Here it is. And he swings it. That ball is hit. Is that going to be another bloop? It is not. Jordan Westburg is there to get it. And that's going to be one out for the Royals. As are they going to show the defense for Baltimore? They are not. They are not. As Vinny Pasquantino, who had a fractured thumb in August 29th. This is his first start since then. They got him in the DH spot. As that ball is in for a strike, 0-1. Burns getting ready for the pitch. He throws it. Ball gets hit up into the air. Looks like Mullins has got it, and he does. That's out number 2 for the Royals. As Pasquantino heads back over to the dugout. Massey still at first. Only 7 pitches thrown this inning. So the Royals are being very aggressive right now. As Salvi Perez is up in the batter's box now. We'll see what he can do. This may be his final season, as that is called a strike. I don't think I agree with that. That very much looked like a ball, in my eyes anyway, but I don't know. What do I know? I'm not an umpire. I could probably do a better job than an umpire, but who knows. As that ball is swung on and hit over to the third baseman, and they throw it to second, and the out is made. And that's going to be the end of the top of the first. Royals do not capitalize on their... they do not capitalize there, as it is now the bottom of the first inning. Royals nothing, Orioles up to hit. So we are now on commercial break. I am going to take a quick sip of water. Also, alright. Looks like we're back from commercial. The starting lineup for the Orioles is they're going to have Gunnar Henderson lead off at shortstop, Jordan Westbrook at second, Anthony Santander at right field, Ryan Mountcastle at first, Adley Rutschman as the DH, Colton Cowser at left field, Ramon Urias at third, Cedric Mullins at center field, and James McCann at catcher. And the Royals are going to be coming in with Cole Reagans as their pitcher. He has a 3.14 ERA, had 21 quality starts, 223 strikeouts, and yeah. As that ball is hit, Henderson, his bat goes right behind him. And they're showing Cole Reagan's pitch arsenal. He has, I think that's 5 pitches. He has a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, slider, cutter, and knuckle curve. Right. Comes the lefty. That ball is in for a strike. Here comes the 0-2 count. Ball 1. That was way down to his knee. Oh, what happened to the scoreboard for the other game? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Looks like they need to fix that. Forgot to put my own little scoreboard at the bottom left corner. I apologize. As Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That ball is foul. Henderson keeps the bat alive. So the Orioles taking a more conservative approach to their swings here. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. That ball is hit up into the air. Looks like Massey has it, and he does. As that's going to be the first out for the Orioles. Reagan's getting ready for the next at-bat as Westberg is up. That is called a strike. It's going to be one of those games, isn't it? Very clearly not a strike. Although that one was a bit more borderline than the other one. Ball 1 right there as the count is now 1-1 for Westberg. Here's the 1-1 from the lefty. Swing and a miss, strike 2. That one, a four-seamer at 97 miles per hour. I'm pretty sure Reagan's can hit triple digits. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure he can. As that ball is 98 right down the zone, but he fouls it off. Count stays 1-2. The Orioles' record this season through July 8th was 57-33, and then the record after that was 34-36, as that is a called strike 3 on Westberg. It's Reagan's first strikeout of the game. Bro is at 11 pitches right now. As Anthony Santander comes up, that ball is called strike 1. Santander was third in MLB in home runs with 44. As he swings at that one, strike 2. 0-2 count for Reagan's. Here comes this next pitch. Fouled off. A fastball there. That is, as the count stays 0-2. Oh, okay. Santander is currently, not currently, because postseason home runs don't count in this, but he is now in 5th for the most home runs by a switch hitter. First being Mickey Mantle of I think the first 3 were actually Mickey Mantle of the Yankees. So here comes the pitch from Reagan's. That ball is swung on and hit up, but I think it's too deep for anyone to go for it. Foul ball. Count stays 1-2. Comes the 1-2 pitch, and did he swing? First base ump says no. That is now a 2-2 count. Did he swing? Barely held off there. He swings at that one, though, and it gets hit up into the air. Do they have it? Massey does indeed have it, and that is out number 3. That'll be the end of the first inning, as we are currently still tied at 0. As we head into the second inning, and I take another swig of water. Probably going to need a lot of water this stream. There's a lot of talking going on. Alright. Just gonna relax here for a second. My chair. Relax in my chair. Alright, we're back. Bros are getting hot dogs from... Is that outside the stadium? Looks like it's outside the stadium. I think they're showing a graphic for how young the Orioles hitters are. I think the oldest is... The oldest is Rutschman, who is 26. Kjerstad and Westberg are both 25. I believe it said Kauser was 24. Henderson was 23, and Jackson Holiday was 20. So that is a cutter for strike one by Burns. There's Gunnar Henderson, someone who was an MVP candidate for most of the year. I don't know if he, as well as the team, fell off in September. I haven't heard much of him, so I'm going to assume so, as Yuli Gurriel is down to an 0-2 count from Burns. As here comes the next pitch, taken for a ball. It was a sweeper at 85. Count now being 1-2. As the Tigers, Astros are currently at the top of the 7th, still 3-0. As did he swing for that? He didn't. I think that's another sweeper. It was in basically the same spot too, so it's now a 2-2 count. Burns getting ready with the pitch. Throws it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. I believe that is Burns' first strikeout of the game. He might have gotten one before this. Don't really remember. But yeah. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Burns so far has thrown 12 strikes and 2 balls. He's only thrown 14 pitches. As there's another ball to Melendez. And the count will start 1-0. Melendez had a bit of a quiet season, but we'll see if he can pop off during the postseason. As that ball also taken, Burns not really making those balls enticing. He's got to throw one in the zone if he wants to get back into this count. There's a swing and a miss right there. Cutter inside the zone. Just outside. Right. Comes another swing and a miss. Strike 2. Count is now 2-2. Another cutter. See what he throws here. He might try and get him with another curveball way outside. It's looking like that might be what's happening as he goes for another cutter. That ball is hit to deep left center field, but Mullins is there to grab it, and that's 2 outs now for the Orioles. Man, Camden Yards is such a beautiful ballpark. I want to go there someday. Someday I'll go there. One of these days. I'll have to go sometime soon, since the Orioles are good, before they become real bad again. they got Gurriel from Atlanta on August 31st. I'm guessing those were mostly deadline acquisitions, which fair enough to show those, I suppose. This count is now 1-1. If you want to actually watch the game, as that is swung on, hit to just right outside the infield, and Westberg has got it for out number 3. Score is still 0-0 as the Orioles come up to hit. We are now heading to the bottom of the second. But if you guys want to actually watch the game while listening to my commentary, it's on ESPN2, whatever channel that is for you guys on your on whatever TV provider you use, whether it be Comcast, DirecTV, Hulu, Fubo, whatever. That is where you will find it. Wendy's. $1 for any size drink? That's crazy. That's absolutely absurd. They're going crazy with... Wendy's is going bonkers right now. Going absolutely bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. So I'm going to look at Twitter real quick. Seeing a lot of Amy art, so I'm retweeting it immediately. Immediately. Alright. Currently bottom of the second as that ball is hit. And ooh, what a catch from Pham! My God. Camera didn't even show it for a second. God, what a catch. Bro dove for it. He wasn't even... he wasn't even in frame. As Rutschman is now in, that ball gets called a strike. That was one of the more borderline calls there. It seems. As here comes the next pitch. That one was definitely in. That was definitely a pitch Rutschman could have swung at. He didn't. He's third on the team in RBIs with 79. For those of you who don't know what RBI stands for, it means runs batted in, which is basically how many points is he scoring whenever he hits the ball. Rutschman has been on a bit of a struggle since June. Since the end of June, actually. But still a really good player despite that, and it seems his struggles are continuing as he swings for a very low slider and strikes out. It is now, I think, Colton Cowser. Yep, Colton Cowser, as he hits that ball. It gets away from the first baseman, and that is a hit for the Orioles. The first hit of the game for them. So now they have a man on base, and the Orioles with a man at any base are a threat, because who knows who on their lineup could go for it. Yeah, that ball just wasn't able to reach out for it, as that ball is hit by Urias over to left field. Left fielder's got it. Never mind what I said about the threat. It is now the end of the second inning. Orioles leave one on at first, as it is now still a 0-0 ball game. Got a pretty tight pitching matchup going on right now, which I kind of expected, because you've got a usual Cy Young candidate in Corbin Burns facing off against a future Cy Young candidate, Cole Reagans. Sorry about the dog. He's going crazy right now for some reason. But yeah, so far, pitching matchup. We'll see how much longer that lasts. And now he's barking at this door because I said something. Probably. Alright, we're back in the game as ESPN advertises the game later tonight, Braves Padres. But we're not focusing on that game, we're focusing on this game, as that is ball one for Kyle Isbell, who's at the plate now. As he hits it over to Westberg, and he throws it over to Mountcastle. That is out number one for the Orioles. God, they keep really cool shots of Camden Yards. If it weren't for the fact that that's a cloudy day over there as well as over here, these shots would probably be, like, really pretty. They're still really pretty, but they'd be even more pretty. Camden Yards is just a really pretty ballpark. Again, I would like to go there someday. As Miguel Garcia is now at the plate. So he hits it over to Mullins, and he gets it. That is now out number two. Royals are still being fairly aggressive at the plate. So far, not really showing much success in that. But we'll see how they go for that moving forward, as Massey, who currently has the only hit for the Royals right now, is up at the plate. See if he can get on base for Bobby Witt, Burns. There are a lot of fly balls that have been going as Massey hits that foul. Get up them stairs. Sorry, the dog is currently like halfway down the stairs right now. Get up them stairs. Witt hits that. Is it foul? What happened? I'm not paying attention because this fucking dog. It's being mischievous. Massey hit it. Ooh, okay, it just went foul. It barely hit the line to be foul. And then it... Okay, it did stay foul. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough, umps. As the ball is now... As the count is now 2-2, sorry. Burns throws. Massey hits it over to Westberg. Throws it over to Mountcastle. That is out number 3. Burns showing why he's one of the top pitchers in the AL right now. We'll see if Cole Reagans can continue showing why he is one of the top pitchers in the AL right now. So we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Score is still Royals 0, Orioles coming up to bat. We're kind of moving rather quickly through this game, it seems. We're not really wasting any time with it here. The hell is this commercial? Luigi? Oh no, it said something else. It said Lavazza. I thought it said Luigi. I don't know why I thought it said Luigi. Funny, I guess. I think right now it's looking like the Tigers might take that first game, the wild card of their series against the Astros. Right now, it seems. I don't know if anything has happened since then. We'll find out. I forgot the Orioles got swept last year because the graphic showed that the manager of the Orioles was looking for his first postseason win. And I was like, they didn't win a postseason game last year, but they were the first seed. And I remembered, oh wait, they played the Rangers. So that ball is hit up, and that ball is hit off the scoreboard. And just like that, the Orioles have a man at scoring position. As I'm focusing on what happened last year, let's focus on what's happening right here. As Mullins hits a ball off the digital scoreboard. It looked like for a second the right fielder might have had it, or might have had a play on it, but no, that went right off the scoreboard, the digital scoreboard. He does his little sprinkler motion. I think the Orioles just do that whenever they get hit like a extra base hit, as the Orioles now have a man at scoring position for James McCann, as that is a ball for Reagan's. James McCann has a .234 average, only 8 home runs, 31 RBI. They've got him towing the slab as the catcher, while Rutschman is the DH as he swings and misses for strike 1. Mullins getting a lead in at second. Reagan's looking, throws the pitch, strike 2. So it's a curveball in. Looks at it, figured it was probably gonna get out of the strike zone. It just stayed in. So here comes the 1-2 count. Count is now 2-2. So he throws a fastball up, but it was way up. 2-2 count. Man at second, no outs. The pitch to McCann as he hits it foul. The count stays at 2-2. Showing the Royals manager as McCann gets ready for another pitch. Here it comes. That ball is hit foul again. Count will stay 2-2. Reagan's is now at 32 pitches, as I believe they're showing Michael Wacha in the dugout right now. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ball goes out of the zone. Goes out with a changeup down. Count is now full. 3-2. Man at second, no outs. I think Henderson is in the bullpen. 8th pitch of the at-bat. As he swings it foul, loses his bat. Oh, he didn't even... That was the bat I was looking at. That wasn't even the ball. It was the bat. Swings and misses at a pitch up out of the zone. Flings his bat over to the Royals dugout as Henderson now comes in with 1 out, man at second. As he hits that ball over to first, and he just steps on the bag himself for the 2nd out. Mullins moves to 3rd. Orioles now need a base hit to try to score this run. Get on the board first. As it is now, is that Westberg? Yeah, Jordan Westberg. He struck out his first appearance. We'll see what he does here. As he hits that deep left field, and the left fielder has got it for out number 3. Orioles fail to capitalize with a man in scoring position. As we head to the top of the 4th, Royals nothing, Orioles nothing. I almost said Braves. It's not the Braves. It's the Orioles. Silly me. Yeah, we are really zooming through this game right now. Especially because the Royals have been very aggressive so far in their plate appearances. I feel like that hasn't really been going too well against Burns. take another sippy of water. ESPN 60. What was that, like 30th and 30? The hell is this? Blood Brothers. Oh, okay. Stream now on ESPN Plus. Well, if you guys want to watch that after this, you can. For a second, I thought it was going to be about the basketball player who, whose heart was on the other side of his chest. So you know how, like, whenever you're, like, standing up for the national anthem or the Pledge of Allegiance in school, and you put your hand on your heart, and it's, like, the left part of your chest? Dude had to do that on the right side of his chest, because that's where his heart was. And I thought it was going to be a documentary about him. Honestly, a documentary about him sounds a bit more interesting than whatever Blood Brothers could be, but I could be wrong. I'm not saying their story isn't interesting. I'm just saying the dude with the flip-flopped heart might be just a bit more interesting. As Bobby Witt Jr. is now at an 0-1 count. I think he swung and missed at the first pitch. Here comes the next pitch. He hits it up in the air. Burns and Mountcastle went up for it. Mountcastle got it. That is going to be out number 1 for the Royals. The Royals continuing to be aggressive at the plate. It is so far proven to be not very advantageous. As Vinny Pasquantino is now at the plate. Pasquantino usually at first base. His first game back since August 29th with a thumb fracture. So he takes a pitch for strike 1. He flew out his first appearance. We'll see what happens here. Again, this is his first game back ever since he fractured his thumb on the 29th of August. Count is now 1-1 for Pasquantino. Defense shifting a little more towards the right side of the infield. Too much though, because you have to have two players on each side of second base. The shortstop is just closer to second base than as Pasquantino swings and misses at a ball inside. Burns gave him the cutter as the count is now 2-2. Burns throws, fouled off. Count remains 2-2. Burns so far throwing a gem, same as Cole Reagan's. We'll see who is able to break the other guy first. As Pasquantino swings and misses for strike 3, and I believe that is only Burns' second strikeout of the game, as most of his outs have come from either the ground or the air by his defense. As Salvi Perez is up at the plate. Meanwhile, in Houston, it is still 3-0 Detroit, top of the 8th with 2 outs. As Salvi Perez hits that ball deep to left field, but it looks like, yeah, the left fielder grabs it, and that's going to be out number 3. Royals continue to be aggressive at the plate. It continues to not work out for them. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, Royals nothing, Orioles up to hit. Dog is continuing to bark. He's being a bit of a pain, but it's fine. I'm assuming OBS is at least, suppressing some of it, although he is pretty loud regardless. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at Twitter right now. Twitter. Yeah. All right, back to the game as the count is now 2-0. I looked at Twitter way too long. Sorry about that. Santander at the plate as he swings for that one, goes foul. Count is now 2-1. Here comes a 2-1 pitch from Reagans. Does almost swings at it, but just holds back. Count is now 3-1 for Santander. Right now, the win probabilities are 62% Baltimore, 38% Kansas City. As the pitch from Reagans goes, swing and a miss, strike 2 on a ball that was borderline. I believe he threw a cutter that was just in the zone, but he swung at it, so regardless, it would have been a strike. As that ball is hit foul, 95-mile-per-hour fastball. Good pitch to hit, just was a little ahead of it, I think. Either ahead of it or behind it, maybe. I don't know. 3-2 count as he swings and misses, strike 3. That is Reagans' 4th strikeout. He has 2 more than Burns currently. Both Reagans and Burns putting on clinics against these hitters. Reagans pitches to Mountcastle, sorry. The Orioles don't even have a man named Hernandez. I don't even know what I'm talking about. As that ball swing and a miss. Strike 2. Count is now 0-2 for Mountcastle. Already 1 out. Here comes the 0-2 as he fouls that off. Count stays at 0-2. Mountcastle stays alive this at bat. As Reagans readies himself, winds up, throws, swing and a miss, strike 3. As now his 5th strikeout of the game, 2 so far this inning, as that is the 2nd out of the inning. Momo Moon 111, welcome to the stream. Cute avatar, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't have a chat window popped up. Whoops. Oh, well, I'll set that up next time. But hi, hello, how are you? How you doing? I hope you are well. As it is now a 1-0 count for Rutschman. As he hits it over, and that is caught. Don't know what the camera was doing, but it is caught by Melendez at left. As that'll be the end of the 4th inning. It is still 0-0. As we head to the top of the 5th now. We are so far zooming past this game. Anyways, how are you, Momo? How you doing? How has your day been so far? I'm going to take a quick sippy of water. Sorry about the water bottle crunkle. You know what? It's currently a commercial right now. They're about 2 minutes, 30 seconds until we get an ad break here. I'm just going to run the ads right now. So I'll see you in about 2 minutes. The dog is barking up a storm because he feels like it gonna make me feel really, really sad because he is super duper duper loud. He doesn't understand that he cannot just bark at everything that he really, really sees because he's stupid and doesn't understand that there are people who live their own lives and I don't know, it was just bruh. But we are back. We are not back from our ad break, but commercial break from the game has ended as Burns throws the pitch, swings at it, hits it foul, as it is a 0-1 count. Burns throws another pitch. That one is taken for ball 1. Sweeper just outside the zone. As that ball is in the zone. Just stayed in, as it is now a 1-2 count. Burns with the pitch. Is down. that, as it is now a 2-2 count. Sorry. Uh, throws a pitch, swings, and he hits it, and it falls down for a base hit. Gurriel now at first. Royals get their first hit since the first inning. As that'll now bring up... Who's that going to bring up? Someone. I forgot the lineup. I should probably have the lineup on me at all times. As Burns throws it back to first, and he gets him. Picked him off at first base. As whatever momentum the Royals had immediately was taken from them. I'm gonna wait to do this. I'm gonna wait to respond to this. Count is now 0-1 for Pham. As he takes that for a ball. That was a ball? I thought it kind of looked like a strike to me, but oh well. Time now for the next pitch. As he throws it. That ball is in for a strike. Cutter down, but not too down. As Tigers, Astros are currently the top of the third. The fans at Camden Yards on their feet, swinging their towels at the 1-2 count. Burns throws it far too down, as that is taken for a ball. Fans still on their feet. Burns winds up, throws, swing and a miss, strike 3 on the sweeper. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, it is still a 0-0 ball game. Good God. Alright. Sorry, I was responding to something on Twitter. Wait, I could just do this. I love learning new things from OBS. Like how I don't have to double click on a text source. I could just click on it and it'll let me change it from below the screen, the preview screen. I love learning new shit about my program. Wait, I did change. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. My preview stream is just super far behind, but that's okay. Well, that's alright, mama. That's alright with you. Yeah, that's alright, mama. With any way you do, that's alright. It's alright. As the pitch goes down and out from Reagan's, as that is a 1-0 count. I wonder who they're showing there. Don't know who that is. Like, I genuinely don't know who that is. As the pitch from Reagan's comes in, as that ball is hit right to the first baseman. He takes it to the bag himself, as that is out number 1 for the Royals. I think that might be the owner, the current owner of the Orioles. He's up in the front row, so he's got an Orioles shirt, polo on, so could assume that. Oh, no, that's Cal Ripken. It's Cal Ripken Jr. So that ball is inside for ball 1 for Urias, or Urias. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm gonna be real. I'm so bad at pronouncing names. I'm sorry. Urias? I don't know. I'm gonna butcher it so many times. I apologize in advance. I apologize for the past couple times in the that's neat. Back-to-back postseason berth for the first time since 1996-1997 for the Orioles. That's a neat little factoid right there, as the count is now 2-1 from Reagan's. As Reagan's prepares himself. That is called strike 2. It's another ball that I don't... That's another strike that I don't agree with due to placement, as... This count is now 2-2 from Reagan's. I might have missed a pitch. I apologize. But here's the next pitch. As that ball, there have been a lot of slippery. Ooh! Melendez does not make the play as Urias goes to second, and that is another double from the Orioles. As Melendez tried to make a play on it, he failed. And the ball got away from him after he slid for it. Bat slipped out of his hands. We've had a lot of that this game. Melendez overestimated where the ball was going and just missed it. Yeah, they're going to score that a double for the Orioles. As Mullins hits that over to center, and it's down for a base hit. Urias stays at third. As we now have a man at first and third for the Orioles with 1 out. If Isbell was a little faster, he would have had a play there. As the infield goes to converse with Reagan's. He's now at 58 pitches. 2 men on with 1 out. And here comes James McCann. Orioles fans on their feet. Here comes the first pitch from Reagan. Swing and a miss, strike 1. On a changeup down in the zone. McCann struck out his first appearance. We'll see what he can do with a man at third and a man at first. Swings at a ball outside the zone for strike 2. Count is now 0-2 for Reagans. Can he pick himself back up after giving up 2 crucial hits? And swing and a miss, strike 3. Reagans' 6th strikeout of the game. So McCann trying to play hero ball. Reagans took advantage of it. So we now have 2 outs for Gunnar Henderson. Had a fly out and a ground out earlier in the game. We'll see what he can do with a man at scoring position as that ball is just inside for strike 1. Or just in the zone. Throws a fastball up. Takes it for ball 1. Don't know why I said it like that. 1-1 count for Henderson. Did he swing? No, he took it. Count is now 2-1. So far, we've seen a cutter, a fastball, and a fastball. We'll see what Reagans gives Henderson here. He'll have to put it in the zone as Henderson swings at it, but it goes foul. Another fastball up. That one was in the zone. Henderson swung at it, fouled it off. Count is now 2-2. Fans still on their feet. Henderson ready. Reagans winds up, throws, swing and a miss, strike 3. He gets out of it. Gets out of a jam. Orioles leave 2 on. And it's still 0-0 as we head to the top of the 6th. Man, what a game so far. What a pitching duel from both sides. we're back to the game now. So they're showing off Game 2 slate for tomorrow. Has Tigers... Okay, it hasn't. They're at the bottom of the 9th right now. I'm going to pull up that game on my phone. Not to watch, but to just look at. See what happens. Oh, there's a man at second. It says on my phone as that ball goes up for Mullins, and he grabs it. Out number 1. So far, Burns has been throwing his cutter, and it has been lights out with the cutter. Not a lot of strikeouts, but still getting the job done. Hasn't given up a score yet. We'll see how much longer that goes for. His count is 1-0 to Garcia. Count is now 2-0 to Garcia as that one is out of the zone. Most outs recorded on a single pitch. Corbin Burns leads all of MLB since 2021 with his cutter. As the Astros get a single, they're now threatening to come back into that game. With Alvarez and Bregman at first and third. Yanier Diaz up at the plate as Foley having a bit of a struggle there. As for this count is 3-1. Sorry, I'll focus more on this game. That's called strike 2. As he just hit the corner of the zone there. Burns now has a full count on Garcia. We'll see what happens here. Winds up, throws, fouls it off. Count stays 3-2. 1 out, nobody on. Burns currently at 60 pitches. As he is a Cy Young Award winner back in 2021. With the Brewers, back when he was in Milwaukee. He was traded to Baltimore this offseason and has been a great asset for the Orioles, especially since most of their other pitchers have gotten hurt, as that is called ball 4, and Garcia heads over to first on a walk. As the win probability for the Orioles has now dropped to 55%. The Royals have 45%. Of course, that's just percentages and numbers and whatnot. You know, you never actually know what happens in the game as Massey swings, I think, or maybe he just took it. Burns trying to pick off Garcia, not really working out as he heads back there safe. That is one of 2 pickoffs he can do for free. So there's an on-field delay for in Houston. I don't know what happened there, but I think maybe someone ran on the field or something. I don't know. As that ball is outside, Garcia tries to steal. It works out. Garcia is now at second with 1 out. It looked like McCann might have gotten him or could have gotten him. But the ball got away from Henderson. So that is, without a doubt, he was safe. But he might have still been, even if Henderson caught the ball. It looked like he had him, though. The count is now 2-1 for Massey. So here comes a 2-1. Hits it over to Westberg. Mountcastle gets it. That is now 2 outs for the Orioles as Garcia moves to third. As that ball is hit, Witt Jr. finally gets a hit, and it scores a run for the Royals. It is now a 1-0 game. As Witt, he hit that right in between Urias and Henderson. As Burns again tries to pick off Bobby Witt. Does not work out. And Bobby Witt has been a superstar so far for the Royals as that ball is in or outside the zone. Ball is out. I'm gonna ban this bot real quick. But meanwhile in Houston, or I'll get to Houston in a sec. Count is now 1-1 for Pasquantino. As that ball is outside the zone, do they get Witt? They do. Witt tried stealing, did not work out. Witt's still at second. Can't believe it. Don't think they're going to review that. Yeah, they got him. Damn. What a throw from McCann. But the Royals do cash in a run as the game is now, or are they reviewing it? Hold on. I was gonna change it to bottom of the sixth, but I think they're reviewing the call. We'll see what happens here. But meanwhile, in Houston, the Astros have scored a run. They currently have 2 men in scoring position. Caratini is on base, or is at the plate. Looks like Houston could very well tie the game. But we'll just have to see what happens as the MLB is still reviewing the call. Ooh, that is so close. Oh, that is so close. I think Witt just got there. Does his hand slide off the bag, though? The call stands. He's out. I guess it was too close to call there, as the Orioles get out of it, but they give up a run, as it is now a 1-0 ball game. Royals up. Orioles about to hit. I have 2 pings in Discord. Alright, sorry about that. My brother kept coming down for stuff. He might be back down again. But we've got 2 outs right now at the bottom of the 6th. It looks like the Orioles are playing more aggressive at the plate as Mountcastle swings and misses. Had a pitch down outside the zone. We'll see what happens here. As that ball is in for a strike. Now 0-2 count. That ball is outside for ball 1. Count is now 1-2. Hits that ball foul. As it is now, it is still 1-2. Bases are loaded at Houston. Meanwhile, comes the 76 pitch from Reagans, as that is a swing. Did he hit it? I think he hit it foul. He's still in the box. He has flown out and struck out so far this game, Mountcastle. 2 outs, nobody on. So wind up in the pitch. Fouls another ball off. As it is still a 1-2 count for Mountcastle. One swing of the bat and he could bring the Orioles right back into it, as that is foul once again. Holy... I don't know how many pitches it's been for this at-bat so far. Then we'll probably show a graphic in a sec. And that ball is foul again. He just got lucky there. The count still remains 1-2. As the Tigers get the final out in their game and take a 1-0 series lead in the wild card. Not what I was expecting to happen today, but basically got to get ready for the unexpected, as Ryan Mountcastle swings and misses at a ball way outside of the zone. And that is strike 3. We are now heading to the top of the 7th. Royals 1, Orioles nothing. I misclicked something. I want to change the font. But yes, the final is 3-1 in Houston, as the Tigers take a 1-0 series lead against the Tigers. Meanwhile, the Mets and Brewers are just now starting up, but we're not going to pay too much attention to that game. I'm going to go grab a bottle of water real quick. I will be right back. I'm not going to mute myself, though. I'm just going to go over here real quick. Alright. Alright, let's see here. Oh, wait, we're still in commercial. Never mind. We're good. We're good. Again, if you guys want to actually see the game, because I can't show you guys the game, otherwise Major League Baseball will be on my ass. But if you actually want to watch this game, it is currently on ESPN2. And then if you want to listen to my play-by-play while you watch the game, pause it to where My play-by-play will get to where it is in the game, and we'll go from there, as that is down for ball one for Pasquantino, as ESPN is now showing Mets Brewers. There are 2 outs there currently. That ball is way more down for Pasquantino, as it is now 2-0. But yeah, watch it on ESPN2. You can turn down the volume so you can listen to my play-by-play instead of whoever the fuck they got in the actual booth. As that ball is hit up to right field, Santander has it, and that is out number 1 for the Orioles. So far, I don't know. I guess they're showing what happened last inning, which that gave the Royals their 1-0 lead. So here comes the pitch, and Perez hits it foul, as it is now an 0-1 count. Perez is 0 for 2 in the game with a fielder's choice and a flyout. See what he does here, as that is inside for ball 1. Tried to get him with the sinker, but tried to get him with the inside sinker, but it was too far inside. Might try something outside now, as he swings and hits it, and it's through for a base hit. Perez is now at first with 1 out. Exit velo of 102. Damn. Well, I guess that's not too impressive, as we now have guys hitting like 115. But for a guy his age, yeah, that's a little... Again, this could be Perez's last season. Here comes Gurriel, as he takes that down for ball 1. Burns tried to trick him with the curveball. Gurriel wasn't having it, as so far he is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. We'll see what Burns has to offer for him here, as he hits it, and that looks like it is going to be a double play. It is. As that ends the top of the 7th, still a 1-0 ball game. Orioles still can come back into it. Keep forgetting I don't have to do that. Thank you for the emotes, Momo. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. We are currently on commercial break, heading to the bottom of the 7th. Still a 1-0 ball game. We'll see what happens with this one. looks like we're back, and they're showing what happened with the Tigers-Astros game. Again, that game ended 3-1 for in Houston, Tigers winning, as the Royals bringing in a new pitcher. So that'll be it for Cole Reagans. He left the game with 8 strikeouts, which is the most in a Kansas City postseason debut. As the Royals now bring in Sam Long, who had a 3.16 ERA and pitched 42 and 2/3 innings throughout the regular season. We'll see if he can keep the lead for the Royals here, as that is a ball barely out, but they call it they called it a ball. Okay, I actually might agree with that one. So that is definitely a strike for Rutschman. Count is 1-1 now. Sanlong held opponents scoreless in 32 of his 43 appearances, as that is a fastball out for ball 2. Count is now 2-1. Man, Reagans had a really good game, as that ball is up and out of the zone for ball 3. It is now 3-1. Long needs to throw a strike here, otherwise Rutschman might walk. Although they could just walk Rutschman. Let's see what happens after that. As Rutschman hits that ball high up into the air, Isbell calls for it, and he's got it, as that is out number 1. Just not enough contact on that hit. Good location, just not enough on the swing. Either not enough on the swing or the wind blew it in. I have no idea what the wind's like over there, but I assume it's mighty. As Milwaukee now takes a 1-0 lead in their game, the bottom of the first. Meanwhile, Cowser swings that up in the air, slams his bat to the ground as he figures it's going to be an out, and it is. Kyle Isbell grabs it for out number 2. All right, count is now 1-0 for Urias. I missed a pitch. I zoned out. I apologize. Another ball taken for ball 2. As the 10th pitch for Long is coming, and that ball is hit to Witt. He throws it over to first, and they've got it, out number 3. The Royals keep themselves in the lead as we are heading to the top of the 8th. Score 1-0. Damn, we're already at the 8th inning. We had a pretty quick game going on here. Yeah, we've got a pretty quick game going on here. It's quick. Alright, we're back. Burns is still in the game as Melendez hits it up to left field, but Cowser has it. That's going to be out number 1. Sorry I get a little quiet during commercial. I just don't really have much to say. But, you know, we've currently got 1 out now, top of the 8th. Orioles looking to try to come back and win. Though so far, it's not looking like it's... Even though Burns has only given up 1 run, really, and has been pitching out of his mind, it's looking as though right now the bats aren't really going to cooperate as the Royals get another out here. It's gonna be hard for the Orioles to figure out what to do with the pitching now, because obviously you use Burns for this first game. As that ball is hit over to Mountcastle, he just grabs it himself, and that is out number 3. So we go to the bottom of the 8th, still 1-0. But the thing with the Orioles is, again, most of their pitching is injured. So you have to figure out you're kind of wondering what's gonna happen with that afterwards, because Burns, he's giving them a good showing. He's played up until the 8th inning, which, especially nowadays in the postseason, that's unheard of. But, it's just really fascinating. I'm curious to see what they do, because throughout September, their entire bullpen pitched more innings than Burns did himself. Which Burns pitched a fairly solid amount of innings for a starting pitcher in a month, but not so much in terms of the bullpen, because they pitched about 84 innings in the entire month of September, which again, most of their hitters have been hurt, or most of their pitchers have been hurt, or their starting pitching anyway. But for your bullpen to pitch that many innings in a month is troublesome, I'd say. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Right now, I feel like the Orioles are much more focused on winning this game. Or at least should be more focused on winning this game, as Chris Bubic comes in for the Royals. He had a 2.67 ERA and 30 1/3 innings pitched for the Royals in 27 games. He has a 32% strikeout rating, as well as a 4% walk rating. So he barely walks people, more so a strikeout pitcher for the bullpen, as that is away for ball 1. Hello, Aquarius Fox. How are you? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. How are you doing? I am good. I hope you are well. I'm fine, thanks for asking. You're welcome. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. I didn't set up the alerts either. There are a lot of things I didn't set up. Whoops. Oh well. But count is currently 1-2 as Mullins fouls it off. Glad to hear that. Thanks. But count stays 1-2 for Bubic as he, readies himself. Wind up throws. Ball is hit into the outfield. Does Isbell have it? He does. Mullins. So I saw your PFP. Looks really awesome. Thanks. That's going to be out number 1. It is currently 2-0 in Milwaukee for the Brewers, as they are now in the top of the second for their game. I feel like the Mets could surge back at any point in that game, as Emmanuel Rivera is now into pinch hit for the Orioles. By the way, it's your OC. Yeah, it is. That's great, thanks. Alright, here comes the first pitch to Rivera, as that is just in for a strike. Count is now 0-1 for Bubic. If you don't mind, can I suggest you something? Sure, I guess. Because the next pitch, ball outside for ball 1. Count is now 1-1 for the Orioles. So they're moving stuff upstairs. Count is now 1-2 for Rivera. See what he does here. Here comes the next pitch. He swings, fouls it off. Count remains 1-2. So the next pitch, he hits it over to Witt, who throws it over to the first baseman, and that's out number 2 for the Royals, as they now show Manny Machado getting ready for his game at 8:30 against the Braves for the Padres. Sure, go ahead, Eclairo. Count is now 1-0 as he fouls it off. Henderson is 0 for 3. Has he struck out 3 times? Really? Damn. But it's a 1-1 count for him as he fouls it off. Count remains 1-2. he takes that outside fastball for ball 2. 2 outs for the Royals. The bottom of the 8th. As the swing, he did not. Ball 3, full count now for the Orioles, for the Royals, whoever, for Henderson, Bubic. Orioles fans on their feet once again as he takes that down pitch for ball 4, heads over to first base on his walk. All right, count is now 2-0 from Westberg. As Bubic gets himself ready, winds it up, and swing and a miss for strike 1. That ball is hit and gets through the infield. The Orioles now have 2 men on as they take Bubic out of the game now and bring in another bullpen arm, the Royals. We're still at the bottom of the 8th, 1-0. 2 men on for the Orioles. Alright, and we are back. Except you guys are still in an ad. Whoops. Oh well. As the Royals now have Urseg in to pitch. as he gives up a ball to Santander. Let's see, are they going to show more about Urseg before he pitches again? Nope. And that ball is hit to the infield. It's going to go to first, and that's going to be the end of the 8th inning. Alright, so now we are heading into the top of the 9th. Royals still in the lead. They're showing Disney stuff. Disney. Alright, here we are, top of the 9th. As they are bringing Burns back in. Really? It's a bit of a surprise, but maybe not. As Michael Garcia swings at the first pitch and gets on base. Gets past the infield, as that is now another hit for Garcia. Now they're taking Burns out of the game. So you just went out of commercial just to go back into commercial. Showing commercials for sports equipment now. Licorice? Ew. That's gross. Licorice is gross. I don't like licorice. Oh shit. Mets are back in their game. It's now 3-2 over there. They're now in the bottom of the second as we're in the top of the ninth. As that ball gets hit up over to Westberg. He's got it for out number 1 for Keegan Akin. Corbin Burns, the longest start by a Baltimore pitcher in the postseason since 1997. He went 8 innings, only gave up 5 hits, but did give up a run. It's currently the only run in the game. So I didn't get to see a lot of Akin's regular season stats. I apologize. It is now an 0-1 count for Bobby Witt. And that ball is fouled off for strike 2. Bobby Witt is currently has the only run batted in as he swings at a pitch right down the middle, but it goes foul, so it is still an 0-2 count. I think that said something about him being the youngest player in Kansas City history on a postseason roster. He's earned it. He's fairly good. As that is ball 1 for BWJ. So it is now a 1-2 count. Michael Garcia taking his lead at first. Ken throws, swing and a miss, strike 3. Or are they saying that he fouled it off? Did he foul it off? I think he might have fouled it off. Unsure at the moment. I'm guessing he fouled it off, and it went onto his foot. I thought he just swung and missed it, and it hit his foot. All right, he steps back into the box. Witt swings, hits it deep to right field, and it is out. As there are now 2 outs with a man at first for the Royals, and that'll bring in Vinny Pasquantino, who has been fairly quiet his first start back since injury. He's had 2 flyouts and a strikeout so far, but he takes ball 1 as Akin throws over to first. Garcia goes back in. He uses one of his Akin using one of his checks. His pickoff attempts, as that is a slider out for ball 2. Akin now throwing his 10th pitch of the inning. As he throws, strike. Garcia, safe. I feel like Rutschman might have had him, but we'll see if they challenge it. Rutschman threw it over. Did he get him? Do we have a better angle than that? Oh no, he's safe. But Baltimore's challenging it anyway. looked like Henderson was way too ahead of the plate. I think Garcia was there. Yes. Yes, Garcia was there. He is safe. That was a good call from the ump. The ump was, like, down in there, too. I know the umpires can miss a lot of calls. I don't think that is one of them. I feel like he's safe there. Alright, it is currently a 3-2 count for Akin against Pasquantino, as Pasquantino takes it for ball 4, and there are now 2 men on with 2 outs at the top of the 9th. And it is looking like they are going to be taking Akin out of the game. So we are now heading back into commercial break for the game. Alright. Sir Anthony Dominguez is now making an appearance for the Orioles. He had a 4.45 ERA and 58 2/3 innings in the regular season across 63 games. He has a 27% strikeout rate and an 8% walk rate. As Dominguez now pitches to Perez. Perez swings and fouls it off. That'll make it strike 1. Perez so far has a single in this game. Count is now 0-2 for Dominguez as he steps off the bag real quick. Orioles fans on their feet, it seems, once again. Well, some of them, I think some of them are. Not sure if all of them are. As Dominguez gets his stance ready, winds it up, throws, swing and a miss, strike 3. As we head to the bottom of the 9th, the Royals have a chance to upset the Orioles in Game 1. Well, I say upset, but really, I don't know how much of an upset it would really be. I feel like both these teams are pretty evenly matched. The Orioles having a slight edge. But regardless, we are heading into the bottom of the 9th with the Royals having a 1-0 lead. Alright, we are now heading into the bottom of the 9th as Ryan O'Hearn comes into the batter's box now. Is that still Isbell? Or did the Royals make a change? Yeah, Ryan O'Hearn is pinch hitting for the Orioles as Urseg throws a slider way out as that is ball 1. Alright, count is 2-1. As Urseg throws, ball 3. Count is now 3-1. Nobody out. Nobody on. Bottom of the 9th. Orioles fans on their feet. They still have a chance to come back and come from behind and win it as O'Hearn swings and misses at that pitch. It is now strike 2. Full count now for O'Hearn as he takes ball 4, and that is a walk for O'Hearn. Good plate appearance there as the Orioles now have the winning run at the plate. Alright, it is now a 2-0 count for Lucas Erceg. He has gone 39.2 straight innings pitched without an earned run. We'll see if that changes here as Salvi steps off the bag and steps off the plate, goes over, talks with Erceg, tries to calm his nerves a bit. As they come back in now. That is in for a strike at 100 miles per hour. Count is now 2-1 to Rutschman. With one swing of the bat, he could bring the Orioles a Game 1 win. Their first postseason win of this era of Orioles baseball. As he fouls it off behind him, 2-2. The count. O'Hearn takes his lead. Erceg throws. Rutschman fouls it off. Once again. We are now at pitch 6 of the at-bat. Still a 2-2 count. Rutschman. Ooh, they called it a strike. That was very clearly not a strike. But they called it a strike regardless. There's now 1 out. Yeah, that did not touch the zone at all. Very clearly a ball. As Colton Cowser now takes a ball. 1-0 count for Cowser. Royals just were gift-wrapped that call. Cowser has shown he can have some heroics from time to time, as it is now a 1-1 count. So far, has only crafted a single. As this ball is hit up into the air, Isbell has got it for out number 2. Heston Kjerstad now up. Urseg heading towards 18 pitches. We'll see how this plays out as Urseg swings for strike one. Swings and misses, rather, for strike one. O'Hearn takes the lead off first as Kjerstad fouls it off for strike two. 0-2 count now. Urseg throws. Ball is hit. Foul. Kjerstad stays alive. Urseg throws to first. O'Hearn is back. Safe. Tried to win the game off a pickoff attempt. Kjerstad could win the game with one swing. Could also at least tie it with one swing, as he takes that one for ball one. Orioles down to their final strike. Kjerstad fouls it off, stays alive. Still down to their final strike. For all the marbles. So wind up in the pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. Royals take game one. An impressive showing from Cole Reagans, an impressive showing from the Royals bullpen. Bobby Witt Jr. getting them their only run, but that's all they needed to win this game. A pitcher's duel that ended in only one run. And the Royals take the first game of this 3-game series. They have a chance to sweep tomorrow. Orioles need to win the next two. Luckily, they're still going to be at home. But without their pitching, this may be it for them. Who knows? We'll find out tomorrow. But that's going to do it for me over here. Let's see who we can raid real quick. Let us see who we can raid. I'm gonna get the background music back on. Man, but what a showing from the Royals. What a showing from Reagans. Pitched himself a gem. Bobby Witt Jr. showing up when he needed to. Getting the Royals their only run scored, youngest Royal with RBI in postseason since 1978. Clint Hurdle. He was in the Royals. Nice. Okay. He turned 24 years old 104 days ago, it seems. Uh, Miss Sec Chat. Computer is not running optimally at the moment. Uno momento, por favor. I'm gonna find someone to raid on my mobile device real quick. And let's raid Aurora Deity. They're currently playing a game called Poke Rogue. Don't really know what that is, but we can all find out together. Go make sure you say hi over there. I'll see you all tomorrow for game 2. Perhaps there may be more action this time around than last time around. Last time around being today. But I will see you guys tomorrow.